fight fear. So fear has two faces.
Smiley Blanton, who is a colleague of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what he said about fear, he said, fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you.
You do not fear death. You think this makes you strong. It makes you weak.
Why?
How can you move faster than possible, fight longer than possible, without the most powerful impulse of the spirit? Then make the climb without the rope. Then fear will find you again.
Alright, so you saw the two faces that fear has. And for me, especially the last one, it's actually a fiction, but a fiction that is very close to the reality. Here I'm gonna give an example about the freediving because that was the question, but you can apply it to anything else. During the training, during your preparation, you don't really have fear, and that's usually a mistake. You should use fear as your power to find motivation, to find the strength to keep going. Myself, as I give you for an example, if I do a dive to 100 meters or more and I'm going to do a PB, there's a moment of doubt, and that's where the fear rises, because the fear is here actually to protect you from the unknown. Okay, your fear is your ally, is not against you, but you have to learn to domesticate that fear. And how do you do that? Is I always ask myself before the dive is to understand, is fear is based on something real? And that's the question you need to ask yourself about. Am I ready? Is the safety around me ready for that? Is my surrounding good enough? Is it safe enough? So I ask myself all these questions, and it has to be followed by a genuine answer. And then, during that process, is always a fight between your angels and demons about making the dive or not doing it. You should use that moment, okay, when your subconscious is talking to you, to avoid that mistake again. And for me, this is when I do my training. I do my training with the fear that I'm not gonna be ready. I do my training with the fear that I'm not gonna achieve my goal. And so, training, learning, getting myself ready, health becomes for me as important as if I'm going to party, I'm going to sleep, going to spend time with my friend. And this is where fear actually motivates me and get me out of bed. So in that moment of the D-Day where you're gonna do your performance, you have to be ready. And it's a long process. Fear is not, you're not gonna fight fear or control or master that feeling that is a pain by just sitting on a rock and meditating about it. I ask myself, does the risk I'm taking choosing this life are more important than the life I have drawn for myself?